Today is a very important moment in time. This is Gold Ring Astrology, so stay tuned. As reported in our newsletter that just went out, we are having a lunar eclipse that occurs at 14 degrees 24 minutes Libra, opposite the Sun in Aries. Now this is about 2 weeks away, and this eclipse falls in the natal chart of our country in a very special way, what is called a Grand Cross. Now the lunar eclipse is in Aries and falls in the constellation of Andromeda. Alpheratz is a star that is at 15 degrees and is connected to Pegasus and this freedom of energy and liberation. The moon is crossing Neptune and then Uranus, and at this point the light that changes, and that there is a need to occur a new free will, a new free collective vision, allowing all the individual shadows to be faced and dealt with confidence. This eclipse period that begins on March 20th with the solar eclipse, the black sun, will initiate the next eclipse period of time, which combines these stars, Alpheratz, Sirius, Vega, and Porrima, which is in Libra. In a Grand Cross with the sun and moon, it will define new laws based on how the freedom and the releasing of the energy of Andromeda. Significant historical events are occurring in a time of great chaos, confusion, and the negative forces. The tide is turning. The general population is more aware of a renaissance, even as day-to-day affairs are being watched and their finances are losing value. A new universal order is being properly or better understood to balance the civilization. The countries that are going to be dealing with this type of balancing include China, Germany, France, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Syria. These are the ones that are leading the way of diplomacy and relationships. This is also a long-term period of time because we're discussing primarily the Pluto energy of reorganization and change that is guiding our current cycle. As countries, they are seeking as collectives to reestablish law and order and face rebellion and also international interference. They're in a situation that these countries have a part in destiny to help broker the deals for both sides to transform and bring forth a better plan. The Capricorn countries where Pluto is actually transiting are faced with reorganization of their resources and major identity changes. These include the European Union, Australia, Cameroon, Cuba, United Kingdom, and much of this is being accomplished but is taking over 20 years to complete. To a faster conclusion on this episode, the whole point of this is to look at the reset of the economic system, the development of a true humanitarian world government. The organization of this will be done at our roots. The central point, homeland influences, the racial inheritance, security and protection. And all these countries are feeling the opposition to that. Argentina, Canada, Iraq, Malawi, New Zealand, Philippines, Rwanda, and the United States. And these countries that were created in the sign of Cancer face opposition and change of fortune, and also the release of resources, the use in the actual manifestation. So with the natal sun of the United States in very, very close aspect to the star Sirius, the sign of the gateway, the masses, life, health, food, stomach, the moon, and domestic matters of energy and resources are all being understood. There is a rising cost and quality of food, work, domestic production, labor, transportation, and comfort are all being dealt with on this level, on a mass population level. This is creating difficult economic and environmental choices as this square of reorganization, the Grand Cross here, is bringing in Uranus, which Uranus, as of this date, just completed the final square in the process of reorganization. And in this process, these energies are being felt for the remainder of the decade. Since 2010, Pluto and Uranus square has been bringing forth this compression of energy towards a transformation, a life-changing consciousness process. In this process, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn have seen much transformation in your lives, careers, lifestyles, homes, relationships, and the way you present yourself. With the eclipses, we are coming to final steps in this journey. As each step is an elevation, a higher altitude, a better attitude, an upgrade, a moving from darkness to light. In other words, this is the moment of completion, where you are on the other side of the major changes, and now the potential to move into new areas of life. This message is to divide and decide, to present the choices of circumstances that are going to be accepted and those that are not. To know yourself, substantial self, the essentials of who you are. It includes the consciousness of your deepest thoughts, your desires and emotions, your character traits, your values, what makes you happy, and why you think, feel, and do the things you do. Education is the first matter of practical application of knowledge. The opening of Gold Ring Astrology is to bring this a practical reality. The first step is to join and to connect with us and begin a process of awakening to your potentials. Subscribe to our newsletter. Connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, scene.is, and by email. Like this video and check into our new works, and let's see how we can work together. Yes, and of most importance, visit and become a member of our website at goldringastrology.com.